Monday is usually a day for some NFL teams that are happy, glorious times of victory, and other teams like my Vikings, sadness, and not such the case. And other teams for the Raiders, now that it is Tuesday, the Las Vegas Raiders, that is, it's a time for going back to the drawing board. And I believe that's exactly what it is. The Raiders, in my mind, are still one of the toughest teams in the AFC, despite their recent loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, 28-14. Now, if you watch the game, I was driving back and listening to it, and when you start a game out down 21-0 at the end of the first half, with a stagnant offense, a defense that had a lot of injuries in the secondary and was still figuring it out, with a top offensive team like the Chargers, because that's exactly what we knew this game was going to be. It was going to be a tough game, especially for both the teams who had really good offenses. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is a game that Raiders fans or the team really should look down on or should be disappointed at. Yes, it does hurt. Losses do hurt. I'm a Vikings fan. I know exactly how it feels. But I really think this is one of those learning games, like one of those games that I unfortunately have to say the Vikings have had a lot of these, is taking something away from it, if you watch America's Game, all the shows of all the Super Bowl winning teams, they have a game in the season where it's kind of either like a wake-up call or it's a time to look back on it and just realize, okay, there's some corrections we have to make, but there's still nobody that can really touch us. We are a tough team. There's a lot of plays made on both teams like this. I loved Hunter Renfrow's pass breakup on that punt. That was crazy. He's just a football player. You love that. But there's a lot of plays on both sides of this of the football for the Raiders that were left on the field and both that were made. So all in all, it was it did start out rough, but I think the Raiders showed something. You see, down 21-0, one of my coaches in both high school and college, they both taught us that it's not about, even if you have a lead or don't, sometimes it's just about going out, even if you're down, and winning the second half. And that's exactly what the Raiders did. They went out and won the second half 14-7 over the Chargers. Now, I know that's not necessarily a big comfort factor here with the first loss, and now that the AFC West is going to be even tougher now. But the point is that this team can and does go up against some of the best competition in the NFL, and it usually does coming out on the winning side. Now, in this case, the Chargers are just a tough team, and then there was a lot of things to overcome, and it really made it difficult. But what I really think is important here to remember is that the Raiders are on their way to already becoming a tough team in the AFC, and the Chargers, are proving it as well. So this is an entire division of prove-it NFL teams. You like Derek Carr's performance, who went 21 of 34 for 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Josh Jacobs was back in the lineup, even though I do believe a little bit of his ankle was hampered a little bit. So when he gets fully healthy, this is still going to be a different Raiders team. They're still finding that last gear, if you ask me. 13 carries for 40 yards for Jacobs. Henry Ruggs out there catching a couple of nice deeper to intermediate throws. Henry 3 catches for 60 yards and Leonard. Darren Waller 4 catches for 50 yards and a touchdown. And then finally Hunter Renfrow also, who had 6 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown. Had him on fantasy. I was down by 60 and lost by 11. So it's how it goes. It's how it goes. But overall, even defensively, like we said, there was some times where it looked like the secondary was having a tough time. But there's still a lot of things to be positive about with this defense. You got Denzel Perryman, who had led the team with 12 tackles. Corey Littleton tied with the lead there with 12. Amik Robertson, I felt there were some great plays made by him. Trayvon Morgan, I'm really expecting him to continue to step up and do his thing. He's a very impressive football player to me. Darius Philon, man, 2 sacks. You'd love it to have it against his former team. You love seeing that. So, I think this defense is coming along. The offense was a bit stagnant, and I think at that point, and it's the pinnacle of all NFL teams. It's, okay, defense, we're having a tough time right now. Stop them. We're going to get our stuff back on track, and we're going to come on the second half and scoring. That's exactly what the Raiders did. And then their defense also came together, and man, it looked like the comeback was for real. It was a game. It was really actually a game. But penalties and things in the first half really, shut down the Raiders in the first half. So, that was tough to come back from. But the second half, you got the full Raiders, coming back to fight for that, and that was absolutely awesome. So, this loss hurts. Losing never is there's no. I hate the saying that there's a silver lining in losing. There's not a silver lining in losing, but there's things to take away. There's positivity, yes, but you at the end of the day, you need to go back, look where you messed up and made the corrections. And I think the Raiders are going to do that. I think they are still a top team in the AFC, and I think that they are this AFC West is wide open. Nothing's over yet. This thing is still getting going. And I think the Raiders will make those corrections and still be a tough team in the AFC West and the AFC. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. Greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. We love every single one of you. Thank you guys so much. Check out our website at thesportsbriefpodcast.com. Also, please remember to, in the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow there. Give us also a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or just put it in the comment section down below and we'd be glad to cover it. But thank you guys for joining us, and let us know what you guys think about this trip back to the drawing board.